Okay, welcome back. Episode 4, I believe this is. The plan for today is to hook up these sim buttons where we can automatically generate a game result. All right, now, I spent some of the off time trying to decide how to do this. My plan was, I think in the team's table, oh, I didn't put any power ratings in yet. Okay, it would be something like the power rating would be 0 to 20, and the favored team, I haven't even, well, let's not talk about home field yet. So, the favored team would have a probability of winning of 50% plus twice the difference in power. So, if you had like a team with like 15 power, and you had a team with 10. The difference is 5. Double that is 10 plus 50%. So the Maniacs in this case would have a 60% chance of winning. That's what I would normally do. However, that doesn't cover the score. So, one thing I could do. Okay, well, let me show you what I did. What else I did between shootings. I made these two tables: table of losing scores and a table of winning scores. Now we could approach this multiple ways. I could choose, I could make a table of random scores, choose a random score for each team, and that would be it. But that doesn't take into account the power rating. If each one of these if it could just pick any score at all. So I think I still have to go with the with my plan for picking a winner. But after that, we also have to choose the scores. So I don't know why that's A to Z. Did I not make this? Hang on a second. I might not have made this numerical. I kind of created these tables at the last minute. Oh, let me see. Short text. Oh, yeah. Okay. No, let's not do that. I don't want to make an auto number. The reason I have an ID here is not necessarily for primary key purposes, but I mean, it's like, let me just fix this first. It's because the idea is when we're choosing a random score for a team, we're just gonna. Unfortunately, both of these tables. Let's get back to. Both of these tables have exactly what? Yeah. I gotta get the same grief here. Yes. That's better. Both of these tables have 40 rows. I wanted to make sure they both had the same number of rows. So then I could just generate. I don't have to worry, because we're going to generate a random number from 1 to 40. I don't have to worry about, well, let's see, the winning table is 1 to 40, the losing table is 1 to 50. That's just a headache we don't need. So it just happened that they were both very close to exactly 40, and so I just added and subtracted a few to even them up. So I think what's going to happen is once we've determined the winner, we're going to choose a random score from this table for the winner. We'll choose a random score for this team for the loser. Now, it's possible, of course, that the winning score could still be lower. And if that's the case, then we're just going to have to redo it. All right, so we got a couple of functions here that we have to put in. I mean, that's what today's going to be, really. It's going to be putting in a function, and I better create a module for this. Found that just now, but I mean, and this module is going to be named. Oh, I have to save it first. Okay, fine. Forgot. Game sim. Excuse me. Game sim is going to be the name of it. So, all right. So what we're going to do here? We need a few functions here. Oh, you know what? Put the horse in front of the cart. We need actual power rings. Okay. Jeez. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna. Oh boy. DC defenders are pretty good. Okay, that's done. Let's close the scheduling form for now. Because we got to work on this. All right. Let's choose a winner. So we're going to put public function game winner. And we're going to put home. So we're going to pass in a whole, and we're going to, I think we're just going to, oh, wait, those could be long, actually. Well, if it complains, we'll change it to long. I'll keep it as integer for now. Okay, so we have to look up the power rating for those two teams. And maybe we'll put in, like, home field advantage. We'll, like, add, I don't know, 5%? We'll figure that out. I think this episode is probably just going to be all on this function, if you're careful. All right, so let's put in home power as integer. Away power as integer. Let's populate those right away. Home power, D lookup. Let's see. We're gonna go to power. Is it power? It is power. That's the name of the column. Ooh, I lost the. There we go. Games. Now we want to make sure ID equals and home is passed in. Okay. Oh, all right. There we go. Away power is going to be very similar, so I'll just copy and paste that. Away power equals away. All right, that should be good. Now, we got to figure out. Actually, you know what? We've already looked at. Let's add 1 for home field advantage, right? That'll make it like, well, adding 1 would be doubling. That's not really that much, is it? Because it's double the difference. So adding 1 changes like 2%. Really, make it 2. We can adjust that later. Let's not worry about that right now. Okay, so what we have to do next is we have to figure out. Don't have to figure out which one is bigger. We need to find out who wins the game. We've already accounted for home field advantage, so we just have to. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Win prob as double. That's the probability. So we have to calculate that. Okay. So let's keep. You know what? Let's keep this. You know what? Make this home. We're going to do this based on the home team, and if it's negative, we just subtract from 50, right? Okay. So home win probability, and it's double. I just want to keep it as a decimal. So 50% would be 0.5. We'll see how this works. Actually, well, no. We'll get it as a percentage first, then we'll divide by 100 if we need to. Let's not overthink this. Yeah, I'm overthinking everything here. Okay. Home win probability is home power minus away power. And then we have to double that. That's actually, because it's going to be, no, it's just 0.5 plus 2 times this difference. Let that sink in for a moment. If it's negative, then that just means, yeah, I mean, it's 0 to 20. So 2 times, wait a minute. No, we do have to do 50 here. Hang on a second. Because this is still, we have a decimal here and we have whole numbers here. let's see. I could divide these by no. We'll just make it 50. And then home win prob divided by 100. It's not the most elegant way to do it, but you know, it'll serve. All right. So that's the probability of. You know what? Can we test this? No, that's what I want. Table teams. Team 4 and Team 5. Code window. No, not you. I mean, we could game winner. Oh, okay. Expression. Power, huh? Expression you entered as a query parameter produced the error. What? Did you look up? Table. Oh, should we table teams? Ah, got it. There we go. TBL teams. Oh, let's try this again. No ID. Oh, team ID. All right. Okay. That's why we test these things. All right. Cannot find it with TBL teams. What are you talking about? Did I TB? Oh, TBO. I spelled that wrong. That's what. Yeah, you know what? Let's just copy and paste that in there. I got a very small font size here. Okay, there we go. All right. So home power is 10, and away power is. They're both 10. Oh, I see. Because Montreal. Okay, so this is going to be kind of boring. It's going to be 50%. Yeah. Home win probably is going to be 50. All right. Yeah, let's get something a little more exciting here. 13 and 7 to make it double. I don't know. Maybe make it like I'm not going to change the powers now. Maybe make it like 1.5. I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit harsh. Right, let's see what happens here now. All right, I'll live with that. Okay, let's. It works so far. All right. Let's see. So now we have to actually get the probability. All right. So let's say. Okay. So let's. If. It's R&D, I believe. That's going to give us a number between 0 and 1. So if that... Okay, so we got to think about this. If the home team probability is 28%, so for the home team to win, it's got to be... Man, let me make sure I don't get this backwards. If you had a 20% chance to win, that means you'd have to pick a random number that's lower than 0.28. Okay, let's look at it this way. If home win probability is less than, then home team wins, else away team wins. Just gotta put this doc. I haven't been very good with documentation. We haven't really done much VBA yet. So anyway, but this is not for other programmers who might, because I'm the only one who's ever going to work on this. It's more for my own sanity than anything else. All right, so 28%. So this is 0.28. It's got to be less. So yes, it's that 28% has got to be less than whatever random number, because there's only 28 possibilities. Right. I think that's correct. Most of this is just figuring out the math. It's not really a coding thing. It's just kind of going over in my head. It should not be greater than or less than. It's kind of a math thing, not a coding thing. But anyway, yes. Let's say, well, this function's only to determine the winner, right? Okay, so that just means game winner equals home. What? We haven't accounted for ties. We'll think about that later. I don't. Not going to be equal to each other. That's very unlikely. I could say if it's in a range, like if it's plus or if it's within 0.1, that's a tie. But nah, that's messy. Home win prob. I don't think it's going to be exactly equal. If it does turn out to be exactly equal, we'll mark it as a tie. But I mean, we're talking about so this random number, this could be any real number between 0 and 1. It's highly, highly improbable. Technically, the probability is 0 that they'll be equal. But just in case. Home win greater than... game winner goes away. And I guess... else... game winner equals -1, because that's what we have for tie. We already decided that. Because basically what's going to happen is when game winner function is called, it's going to get this result, and yeah, okay. Let's test this again. Debug. Nice. We did this. Oh, I guess it prints it anyway, doesn't it? Okay. Could run this 10 times and see. Let's run this 10 times. I'm just curious. 13. 13. 13. I could put a for loop here, couldn't I? Oh well. Never mind. Oh my! We did have a tie. That's 1, 2, 3. So we need 4 more. Actually, I should probably set up a test function for this if I really want to do this correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in the 10 tries, 7 times the favored road team won. Once the underdog home team won, and there were 2 ties. Jeez, you know what? You know what? I can't test this because RND is going to be different every single. Oh, wait a minute! Duh. Oh no! Okay. I screwed up a little bit here because I can't. RND's going to have a different number. This can be 2 different. Oh, okay. These can be 2 different numbers here and here. Of course, that still doesn't explain them how they can be equal. But let's fix this real quick. Dim result as double result equals RND. I'm glad I did it because this was not correct. Because when R&D gets here, it's going to produce one number. When it gets out here, it's going to produce a different number. So it's not an apples to apples comparison. Okay, that still doesn't explain how they could be equal. Oh no! Oh yes, it does because all right, yes, because if they're different numbers, yeah, these are 2 different numbers. It doesn't say if they're equal. It just says well, you know, if the random number is two different numbers, then yes, you could have a situation where neither one of these is true. It's game winner. I think it was 13. Oh, oops, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to put a for loop just for this. I could make a test function, but so okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 to 3. Yeah, okay. That's why we were getting that made me suspicious, getting all those negative ones, because there is theoretically there is no way these could ever be equal. But what was happening is because these two were different numbers, it could fail both of these tests. Normally, it should fail both of those tests only if the probability and result are exactly equal to each other. Which, again, I could probably run this 1,000 times. I'll never get a negative one, because the home probability. This is going to be like 3 decimal places. All right. But result could be any. Think of it this way. Just a little math lesson. Right. Okay, so like the home probability is like say 60.65. Fine, have it your way. The road probability, but the result is going to be I'm assuming it's any random number between 0 and 100. It could have an infinite number of decimal places. The probability of this number being exactly 0.65, and I've got a master's in statistics, I know this for a fact, is theoretically 0. I'm not going to go any further. I could give a few more examples, but I'm not going to go into any further. We're going to end the video at this point. We have the problem of picking the scores, but I think we'll leave that to next time. All right, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm posting some excerpts from these videos on LinkedIn. So, yep, check out my profile, and see you next time.